Hi, my name is Lily. Thank you so much for tuning in. I wanted to talk about something that I think it's burdening, at least to me, it is burdening, and it's about the fact that, you know, in Nigerian society, we don't talk enough about influence with regards to negative influence and the pressure it gives on the young people. And when I mean young, I don't mean like children, because these days 35 is young, 40 is young, 45 is young, and that's not to shade anybody, because anything I say on this platform can be taken out of context. That's not to shade anybody, but basically I want to highlight the reason why we don't talk about influence enough, and peer pressure. So I came across this article. I'm just gonna relax. I came across this article, and the article was basically pointing out the fact that a certain young man, probably in his late 20s, was, flaunting. This is a Nigerian news, by the way. He was flaunting a lot of money and flaunting cars on his WhatsApp status and just flaunting a lot of things, and everybody was sort of like interested and hailing him, typical young stuff. But nobody actually questioned where the money was coming from, where the cars was coming from. And then the situation flipped, and then he was arrested for armed robbery. And the video was being shown and everything. It's so important that we talk about peer pressure. People think when we talk about peer pressure, it's just a children thing. No, it's not. It's an adult thing as well. Adult thing in the form of young thing also. You cannot tell me that he didn't look around. That's the person in this typical situation. Am I supporting the armed robbery? Absolutely not. But if you really begin to evaluate so many things happening in our society and how peer pressure, the pressure to make it, the pressure to show off, the pressure to just be all of a sudden outstanding in everything. Show it to me, show it on Instagram, show it on Facebook, show it on WhatsApp. Just show it to me that you're making use of your life. And then if you don't show it, then you're not doing anything. So he might probably have perceived that and took that in and decided that, I'm going to show too, since the society we live in now, this is not just a Nigerian thing. The society we live in now is all about showing off. Let us show everything off. And we don't talk about it enough. We don't. We just brush over it. He's arrested for armed robbery. Quite all right. It's a mandatory thing, and it's the right thing for someone that did something wrong to be arrested for it. That's in that sense. Armed robbery is a crime. To be arrested for it and prosecuted for it. But, you know, arresting is fine, and people facing the consequences. But to me, it's more than just facing the consequences. It's having a conversation on why in our Nigerian society people have just sort of taken in peer pressure as a norm. As long as my friend has a car, I should have a car. And if I don't have a car, I'm not worth it. As long as my friend is balling and having fun and having a wonderful time and driving this expensive car and has an iPhone and has all this, if I don't have that, then I'm not worth it. I don't have a sense of integrity. I don't have a sense of worth. It's just so, it has become a norm now, not just for the younger ones, which is the 9 to 19, is now, it has now become a norm for the 20 upwards, even to the 40s and 60s. Everything is all about peer pressure. If I look at my neighbor is doing this and I'm not doing that, then there's something wrong with me. And we have so normalized this behavior. And I understand in the Nigerian society, people might say, um, the society has caused it, the corruption, the way we have handled things in our Nigerian society with regards to, low employment opportunities and so many other circumstances which every other country goes through. But in the Nigerian society, I admit it is extreme. So we're not going to be, sidelining some wrong things about the great Nigerian country. But why have we made it to be solely the society thing, and we have not made it, you know about our integrity as human beings? And I understand that people might say, where has integrity gotten us? I mean, as a man, I'm in my 30s and I'm earning 30,000 naira. Where has integrity gotten me in that sense? I'm not making enough money. I can't even get married, or even if I've gotten married, we're having financial problems. And where has integrity gotten me? you know and so people resort to armed robbery, yahoo, different crime based situations to earn them more money, to earn more prestige and recognition in society. But it's like, are we really going to throw away the fact that we are really destroying ourselves? This is not just about peer pressure now, we're destroying ourselves. Look at this man in this particular situation now. He has basically destroyed his life. Armed robbery. Just to show off on WhatsApp status that you have the cars, you have the money, you have everything. And it's like, at the end of the showing off, your conscience is not right. Um, you're just living a life based on recognition. And let me tell you something, recognition doesn't take anybody far in that sense when you're obsessed with it. It doesn't it there's nothing it does with to your soul. It doesn't do anything that is factual, that is foundational, that is just right. Let's even take it away from the men, because men deal with a lot of financial burdens. We don't talk much about this. Men deal, especially the men in Nigerian society, so many financial burdens. If you're married, you're thinking about the kids, you're thinking about the school fees, you're thinking about their welfare, their health care, you're thinking about your wife, you're thinking about the food in the home, the clothing, you're thinking about a whole lot of things. When you're single, you're thinking about making it so that you can take care of your own immediate family, the women as well. People don't talk about this. The women, they shy away from it, but I'm just going to say it. The women will compare themselves to their fellow women. Oh, I'm not married at this age, my social friend is married at this age, or I'm not pretty than this person. Everybody is praising this person for their beauty, so I should bleach, I should do something to my skin, I need to alter some things to be acceptable. So many peer pressure happening in our society. It's not even a Nigerian thing at this point, it is more about like a global thing. Why are we not having conversations about peer pressure? Why are we not having conversations about peer pressure? Because at this point, with the way we have normalized it, people might say it's not normalized. It is normalized. It is normalized subconsciously. It's normalized. It's normalized. It is, and it has eaten and destroyed so many lives, and it's not normal. It's not normal. Yes, the society might have different factors, because as a human being, it's not only your upbringing that influences you, your environmental factors influences you. And so I understand that the environmental factors might be a little bit heavy on you, but it's like, am I going to live a life of showing off, people pleasing? I have to show I have a car, I have to show I have a great job, I have to show that I'm doing something. Are we? And I'm also speaking to myself, because human beings, we have a way of, I know it all, let's talk about it, but it's like, you also need to check yourself as a human being, like, why am I doing all these things? Is it really peer pressure, or it's about what I want to do with my life? You know, peer pressure has a very good influence, by the way, in terms of, you're around so many people that are successful, and so you want to be successful the right way, by the way, not the wrong way, the right way. But it's like, are we going to keep living a life where the negative sides of pressure? I have the cars, I have the money, so my friend, my I'm noticing that my friend has the cars and has the money rather, so I don't have that, so I'm just going to jump into crime to be able to get what my friend has, so that I can be accepted into this clique of recognized, substantial, wealthy people in the society. But it's like, that doesn't it's crazy to me. So many things that's eating up our society, and I think we should start having a conversation on peer pressure. It's not a children issue, it's not a child based issue, it's an adult based issue as well. This man now has been reprimanded for his actions. Peer pressure. People might say, even if it was peer pressure, he's responsible for his actions, but it's like, so many people you surround yourself with, if you're surrounded with the right kind of people flaunting all those things, they will probably tell you, like, it doesn't matter, like, why are you doing all this? Even if they don't tell you, their actions will tell you that those things don't matter. That's the right kind of people, you know so as society, we need to start paying attention to peer pressure while we do certain things. Why are we doing certain things? What is the aim? Are we doing it to be accepted into this clique of wealthy, substantial, and productive people, or we are doing it because really in our heart of hearts we really want to be productive, or we're doing it to show off to people that we are productive? There's a difference. We need to start having a conversation about peer pressure in our society. It's not just so many other factors, which is indeed important, but we should be having conversations about peer pressure and how it has eaten so many men, so many men, so many men, so many men. That's eating so many men, and has eaten so many ladies as well. We need to start having a conversation on that. So, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And think about this, because I think it's time we should have a conversation on this. A global and local based conversation. It should be highlighted. So thank you. See you in the next one.